What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today is Wednesday, August 30th, day number 29 inside the Big Brother house. And yesterday we had a lot of cracks forming from the update. We were talking about how all the flipping and flopping that was taking place was really starting to get Felicia and Mimi to kind of question Cirie and also Izzy and like everything they're doing. And it's like, why were they flipping off of potentially voting out Blue to keep Jag now? It really didn't make a lot of sense to them, and they were really starting to question like what's really going on. They also wondered about how close Cirie was to Red, and then there was the whole situation with Izzy and Red, and then all of Legend 25 having to come together and talk about, hey, like, let's be careful what we're saying and let's communicate better because this almost broke us up. So we then had a lot of that going down today, where it was kind of fallout. Like, people were kind of talking about like, hey, what's really going on? Like, should we be nervous? Izzy felt like she was kind of ambushed by it, right? Like, she was like, what was that all about? It seems like for now, the plan to vote out Jag, or the plan to keep Jag, has come to a halt, and they're going to vote him out, even though there's many people in the house who would like to keep Jag. It's just that Jared doesn't want to. Therefore, Cirie's like, all right, I guess we'll do it since you don't want to do it. But if enough people have the right conversations, they have the numbers to keep Jag. Even Cameron admitted last night he was interested in keeping Jag, but doesn't matter. Veto wasn't used. Blue and Jag are still up on the block. One of them has to get voted out, but we have the competition for the power. That was all taking place yesterday on the feeds, and because of that, the feeds were kind of on and off a lot. We didn't really get a lot. Then towards the end of the night, once the results were revealed to at least the winner, we didn't really find much out, but that was because pretty much any time there was any kind of conversation about the competition, feeds got cut. So I expect the feeds to be down and on and on and off a lot over the next 2 days until we get to Thursday night's eviction, which is tomorrow. We do have an episode tonight where we'll see the veto take place and all that kind of stuff, so we'll have more tomorrow as well. But other than that, let's talk about what we do know. First off, not a lot, but we do know 2 people confirmed played: Cirie and Matt. How do we know this? Well, first off, the house guests were told that there is a power, but they weren't told what it is. They were also told that all of the viewers, which I want to say America, because that's always typically how we call us, right? Whenever there's a vote, it's America's vote. Well, there is a house guest named America, so that's a little hard. This comes back a little bit as well, but they were told that America's voting, so everybody was kind of like scrambling, like, oh, who's going to get it? What's going to happen? To kind of hide who got it, right? Because it would be very obvious if they just called somebody into the diary room, they're gone for like 25 minutes, and then it's like, oh, I wonder where they are, I guess, competing for it, right? So to hide this, they basically just called people in alphabetically, right? Just boom, boom, boom. Everybody was coming in. They would hold them there for a while, then they would go back into the house. They would actually go through the front door. So I'm guessing there was some kind of competition either set up in the offsite competition site that they use, or maybe another soundstage, like one of the sets that they used with that HOH competition with the 2 houses. Maybe it's something along those lines, but we'll have to see how it all goes. It should be comic verse themed, so I don't know what exactly it's going to be like, but we didn't even really get a lot of information other than Cirie confirmed she did play in it, potentially confirmed that she won it. Now listen, I'm going to tell you what she said. You guys then can make the determination as well. I don't know if she was saying that she won it. It kind of seems like maybe she did, but the feeds were coming on and off as we think they were telling them the results of the competition. And when they came back, we saw Cirie alone in the comic room just going, "Thank you, America." Again, like I just said, a lot of times I don't want to say America because, well, there's a house case named America. And she did cook tacos last night. So maybe Cirie just really loved the tacos. Or maybe Cirie won the power. We'll have to see. Some other things we know for sure is she confirmed that she played before this to Izzy and Jared, both of them separately. She told them, like, yeah, I played. I think that really kind of takes them off the board as well. Jared and Izzy would have told mom if they had played. So I think we can kind of clear them, and they're not somebody who played. But guess who did tell mom? Matt. Matt confirmed to Cirie that he played. They both confirmed it to each other. She's like, I played too. Both of them didn't think they did well in it though, but they both did confirm they played. Cirie also wondered if Felicia played, because there was something that Felicia said where she kind of hinted at something that Cirie had read on the card that they had, like, had like when they go into the diary room, there might be a card that's there saying like, oh, you were chosen, or whenever you go to the competition, like a lot of times they'll have like a card there for them to read about, like, here are the rules, this is what you have to do. So she said something that was on there. So that made her suspicious that Felicia might have played, but that does not confirm anything. Jared was actually very upset that he didn't get to play. He's like, I thought America would like want me to have it. Like, I thought they would want me to have it to save like my mom, like my showmance. No, Jared, nobody wants you to save your showmance. I don't even think anybody in the house wants you to save your showmance at this point. I also think we can eliminate Cam and Red. Both of them would have hinted to each other at the very least that they played in it, and I don't think we saw either of those happen. Maybe we missed it. Maybe it was off feeds, but I feel like we can kind of confirm they didn't. Jag's a maybe. He's a maybe. He did have, he didn't say anything, but like he kind of looked at the camera once and was like, had a little smirk. So maybe, but again, nothing confirmed. And other than that, all kind of wild speculation. So what we know, Cirie played, Matt played. I think we can count out Jared and Izzy, Cameron and Red. That would leave a few other options. Felicia as maybe, at least Cirie thinks that's a strong possibility. I think Cory's a strong possibility to have played. I think America's a strong possibility to have played. Potentially, also, again, Jag, he's a maybe. Other than that, I don't know, because Jared's a no, Cirie's a no, Cameron's a no, Red's a no. I think Blue's a no. Mimi, it didn't seem like she played, but again, Mimi's smart enough to know that if she did play, she would not tell a soul. So she's 100% a possibility. I just don't know if she would have the votes. Freaking Bowie Jane. I don't think she played either. But yeah, I think we can kind of narrow it down to Cirie and Matt played. Potentially Jag, Cory, and America are the other ones who played. I don't think Izzy played. I think Izzy would have told Cirie right away. Other than that, we did have a few other little things that we can talk about that happened on the feed yesterday. Because again, while this was all going on, like anytime somebody had to leave through the front door, they would take the feeds down, right? And then they would come back and everybody's just kind of chatting, and not a lot of game talk was going on, but there were a few things. First off, Blue told America, hey, Felicia, Cirie, Izzy, and Jared, the four of them, they need to be broken up. Okay. You're telling this to America, who America, we've learned this week, has very loose lips. She likes to run her mouth about stuff. And this could potentially get the vote back on the Blue. This could potentially get the vote back on the Blue. But we'll talk about why America actually might not share this information later on because of the conversation she had at the end of the night. A couple of other things. There was a little bit of a scary moment with Felicia. So let me first off say she's fine. Everything's okay. but she wasn't feeling well. She was kind of leaning over in the kitchen sink. Cirie was there kind of saying like, hey, are you all right? Because she was kind of explaining like something that had happened. But the way she was talking, like it just kind of seemed like something was off. She was like, I think my blood sugar's going low. I just need some water. The feeds went down for a good bit. When they came back, she was there. She was fine. So I assume if anything, maybe they were like, hey, you okay? And she just got, what she needed. As someone who is very familiar with blood sugar issues, my mother was a diabetic, and it's something that I grew up with my entire life, having to deal with and see the kind of the cause of it. If you go back to BB9, Amanda on that season had a very scary incident where her blood sugar went really low due to her diabetes. I don't know if Felicia has diabetes or if she just kind of wasn't feeling great, right? If she was just kind of low energy because she maybe didn't eat a lot that day. I'm not 100% sure what the deal was, but she's fine. Everything's okay. But it was like a little scary moment when it happened. Like when I heard and like, 'cause I wasn't watching exactly at that, but I saw somebody say it and I was like, oh gosh. So I looked at it. I was like, ooh. And then they came back. When they came back and she was there, everything was fine. It was like, good. All right, good. But it was a little bit of a scary moment there. Cirie and Mimi, they had a little bit of a chat as well. And they kind of talked about how, listen, at this point, Izzy dug her own grave and she keeps digging her own grave and we can't keep protecting her. At some point, we just got to let it happen, right? If Red's going to take her out because she keeps talking and she keeps doing this, it's going to happen. But at the same time, Mimi also doesn't 100% trust in Red, right? Like she says, for all I know, he's making it all up, right? He's a very good liar. So they are totally like, hey, listen, Izzy, you're on your own. But also, we got to watch Red. So just a little interesting conversation. They both talked about how they're very much down with the Brown Sugar Babes, which is Mimi, Cirie, Felicia, and Jared. But again, there's lots of cracks forming with that as well. This could just be Mimi kind of getting to Cirie a little bit to keep her close and try and put that nugget in there that I don't trust Red and that you shouldn't either. Because Mimi and Felicia had that conversation last night where they talked about it's like, hey, we see what she's doing. Like, she's never going to put up Red. Someone else will have to put up Red. She'll just say, oh, I had to go along with it because she gets to keep the jury vote. So hopefully this is kind of putting it into Cirie that like, hey, listen, we got to get rid of Red. Maybe it will even put into Cirie that, hey, I can't actually trust Red too much, but I don't know if it really will. Because Red 100% trusts Cirie. So much so, he actually told Cameron today, he's like, I trust her so much, I would put my game on the line. Like, I would fully put my game on the line for her. Some other interesting things, though, that happened. We had Blue and Izzy having a little bit of a chat, which really was kind of more of like, when the sister meets her brother's boyfriend, girlfriend, and she doesn't like him, but you got to go along with them anyway. You got to go shopping, right? You got to pretend like they're okay because you love your brother and you want your brother to be happy. But you gotta go along with it, right? You can't say I hate you and never talk to her. You gotta talk to her. But they had a little bit of a chat, and Izzy was kind of being like, "Hey, you should make sure when you go talk to people, this is how you do it." So she was trying to help. She was trying to help, but it was weird. Meanwhile, speaking of Blue and Jared, Jared doesn't think we know what's going on under the covers. Jared, listen, we know that you guys are playing Warm the Sausage. A little bit of aggressive rock, paper, scissors. A little bit of poking the taco, maybe, right? We know what's going on under the covers, Jared. This actually came from a conversation he had with America, who, as we've come to find out, is a huge feed watcher. Somebody found her Twitter. It's privated now. Don't even bother looking at it. But somebody found it and they were like going through all the things like she's one of us, right? So she was kind of explaining to Jared how things worked and like, yeah, like all of these cameras are live, right? But like they choose which two, and like this conversation probably isn't on there. It was. But if they started talking game, it would be on there. And he's like, oh yeah, but like people are smashing, they don't show it, which they don't show it, but it's like, hey, if they're doing some under the cover stuff, they're showing that. We've seen some of that. Not all of it, but we've seen some. So Jared, yeah, get ready, buddy, because we know, we've seen the cleanup even. Then we did have the convo, because this was kind of like the last two things that happened. Again, the feeds were kind of going up and down all night. They were down for a lot, like several hours at a time. And then they would come back for like 15 minutes. They would go away, and they'd come back, and they'd go away. Eventually, most people were sleeping except for Cory and America in the hammock in the backyard. And basically, she was telling him, like, hey, if I won HOH, I'd probably put up Cirie and Izzy. And like, I think she was kind of like joking, right? But also like serious. Like, she sees the game, like, and what's going on. And she's like literally the four that Blue told her about, Felicia, Cirie, Izzy, Jared. She's like, they have their four. They're the most loyal to them, right? Like, even Mimi's in there, right? Because they were talking about like the for real alliance, which I guess we could pull this up real quick. They were talking about the for real one. And she said, like, they have their four, they have their five. We're on the bottom. It's kind of just fake. And Cory's like, it's not fake, it's real. And she's like, well, no, it's fake with us. Like, it's real for them, which it is. Cory also thinks like, oh, like we're gonna be fine. We're gonna make it to top 10 easy. Like, don't have to worry about it. Not realizing that Cameron and Red are like very anti-Cory in America right now, because they've been going around saying stuff, and then people are going back to them saying like, we heard that you said this, or you heard this. And then Cory and America are getting thrown under the bus. So they need to realize that they're actually maybe in a little bit of danger. And if America won, she was kind of joking, saying like, yeah, I would put them up. But then later actually was like, oh, I'd put up like Red and Cam. She's like, actually, I probably wouldn't Cam, but like Red and Bowie. I could get away with that. But maybe she takes a shot. America feels like the type of person who, she's watched this game, she knows what's going on, and she's smart enough to realize like, hey, something has to happen. But will she take that shot? I don't know. And if Cirie has the power and she took that shot, oh no, America, I would feel so bad for you. I would feel so bad for you, because you're doing the right thing, but you would get burnt by a twist, and that would be really rough. Also entertaining, but really rough. And really kind of a double twist, right? You're getting burnt from the Jared Cirie connection, but you're also getting burnt from actual twist. So while I kind of hope that happens, I also like hope it doesn't happen. Then we had one last kind of convo. They were the last two to go to bed, because Cory ended up going, because for the past couple of nights, freaking Bowie Jane, she was getting very mad at Cory for coming to the have not room so late. So eventually he was like, all right, I gotta go to bed. So we went to bed after eating the next PB&J. And then we had Matt in America. And again, feeds went on and off for a lot of it, but they both did agree, like, hey, maybe Jag should stay, right? Like, we both like Jag more than we like Blue. Tell someone then. If the right people have the right conversations, like if we just go back to, instead of the alliance chart, we just go back to our board here, right? Felicia wants to keep Jag. Cameron wants to keep Jag. America wants to keep Jag. Bowie wants to keep Jag. Cirie wants to keep Jag. Izzy wants to keep Jag. Matt wants to keep Jag. Mecole wants to keep Jag. Red doesn't really care, but he'll keep Jag. The only one who doesn't want to keep Jag is Jared. So if they just talk to each other, they would all go like, yeah, let's just get rid of Jag. Or let's get rid of Blue and keep Jag. I guess Cory maybe like doesn't care, right? But he'd keep, like, he doesn't care, right? That's probably better for Cory's game if Jag stays. Because then Cam and Red, even though like they've got like issues with Cory in America, Jag's someone that would still probably put up Cam and Red. So why are they not keeping Jag? I don't know. There's still a lot of time, right? And with the twist, who even knows, right? There's this power at play. Maybe it doesn't even matter at the end of the day. But it's kind of funny that almost everybody wants to keep Jag. Now, again, I usually believe the best philosophy is you take out the strongest player that's on the block on eviction night. That would be Jag. At least in my opinion, I think Jag is the bigger threat to most people's games than Blue. Blue, I don't think you have to worry about her winning too many competitions. I don't even think if she got power, she would actually really do what she says she would do, right? I think she talks a big game, but I don't think she would actually put up Jared, right? I think she would end up just listening to Jared and going along with what he said, right? Even though she keeps saying it, I think she kind of says it to make people think that she would, so that when it happens, she wouldn't do it. If that, like a bluff, right? They don't want her to think she wouldn't go after him. But maybe she would. It's interesting. It's very interesting. And I don't know how much information we're going to get over the next 2 days with feeds. They're going to be on and off at pretty much anytime somebody brings up the competition. It's probably going to be off. We'll probably find out, I guess, everything on Thursday. I don't think we're getting anything on tonight's episode as far as the power goes, since it'd just be way too much turnaround for the edit, but we'll see. Maybe we'll get a little tease, at least of maybe who will compete. That could be a thing. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get a lot. But we'll see veto take place and how that all went with Red winning it. And then we'll get ready for Thursday, where it's going to be a big episode. Could be a big, big episode. But what do you guys think of everything going on inside the house? Let me know in those comments down below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Check out the links to all my socials in the description down below. Pinned comment as well. I just can't thank you guys enough for all the support you guys show me on this channel. It really means a lot to me. All the comments, all the love that you guys show me down there. It really does just mean the world to me that I get to talk about Big Brother and hang out with you guys every morning. So thank you guys once again for watching. Again, make sure you check out all the socials down there. Let me know what you guys are thinking about the ongoings in the feeds. Who do you think won and who do you hope won? Was it Cirie? Do you think her saying thank you America was her saying thank you because I won the power? Let me know. And thank you guys again so much for watching. I said thank you a lot, and I'll see you next time.